Hello. So, today's video, I wanted to answer the question that some of you guys have been asking about what is synchronistic flow. And I can't really, I can kind of explain it in words, but instead of trying to explain it in words, as I always say, the universe has got jokes. And so instead, I'm going to explain it with what I think is a perfect example of being in the zone, experiencing synchronicities, being in the right place at the right time, being in the flow, just being in that synchronistic flow. And so this is going to start from, well, I'll start with yesterday. So at work, I was renting space in the Tempe Birth Center, and my daughter was there with me, and they had one of those grabber things. And again, here, actually, let me show you a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is an example of one of the ones that I'm talking about. So it has like the little handle, and then closes, and you know, you can reach and grab stuff with it. So this was at the birth center, so you know, presumably pregnant women, if they're having a hard time reaching something, they can reach and grab. And I know people with like knee replacements, hip replacements, stuff like that, you know, use them as well. And so my daughter was having a blast with that yesterday, and she's like, "Mommy, get me one. Mommy, get me one. Mommy, I want you to buy me one of these. Mommy, I want one of these." And I'm like, okay, like, I hear ya. Like, kind of adding it to the mental list of like, okay. So today is Tuesday. Today is the day that I spend with my son, and he usually asks to go to an arcade of some sort. And Friday was my day with my daughter, and I took her to a place called As You Wish, where you get to paint your own pottery, and then you get to pick out what you want, and then they you paint it with their paints, and then they, you know, put it in the oven for you, and then you go back like 4 days later and you get to pick up whatever it was that you made. So it was available for pickup yesterday, and yesterday we had swimming. So my daughter was like, "Well, you have to pick it up today. You have to pick it up on your day with Hobbs, because if you pick it up on Wednesday, that's pointless, because that's when I go back to Dad, so I won't be able to see it." And I was like, "Okay, I'll pick it up with Hobbs." So I'm like, okay, well, this place is at Tempe Marketplace, and right there is also the amazing cinnamon roll place that I am like, I think I'm officially like in love with it and addicted and want to go back. So I took my daughter there, got her cinnamon roll, and she was like, "This is good. I don't know if I've ever had I don't think I've ever had a cinnamon roll." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I think you might be right. I don't know if you've ever had one. Like, maybe when you were a lot younger with your dad." So, I tried a bite, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's really good." And I went to go back for a second bite, and she was like, "No, go get your own." And I was like, she was like, "No, I'm not sharing." And I was like, "Touche, okay, I'll go get my own." So I went and got my own.
I don't know, it's like some kind of special important day.
And I ate almost the whole thing except for a little bit, and then I gave Callie the rest of mine. And then she was really sad because the last little bit got eaten by Passato. So went back today, figured I can have Hobbs try a cinnamon roll, see what he thinks. And So I was like, okay, well, you know, is there like an arcade place there that I can take him? And I like Googled Tempe Marketplace arcade, and Dave and Buster's comes up. And I was like, oh yeah, Dave and Buster's, that's perfect. I'll go take him to Dave and Buster's. He's never been. So we go, and he rocks at getting the points. I think he gets like 1,400 points. And he immediately just goes in to the store, just zooms in on what it is that he wants, and he gets it. And he has enough points for it. No joke, it's one of those grabber things. So this is like the first example of just being in that synchronistic flow. And then, so I'll show you the cute video of him with it. And so then we go and get the pottery, and then we go to the cinnamon roll place. Hobbs doesn't want the cinnamon roll. Well, there's a Cold Stone right there. So I was like, well, do you want ice cream instead? And he's like, yes. So I go take him to go get ice cream and walk in, and for whatever reason, right, like people that you encounter have messages for you. You have messages for each other. So she says something about this place in Phoenix that is a milkshake bar. I was like, ooh, this sounds awesome. And Hobbs is having fun making his ice cream. And so I, for whatever reason, tell her and the other employee about a place in Las Vegas called the Burger Bar. And they have alcoholic milkshakes. And then the girl, the other employee was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to check that out next month. I'm going to Vegas for the first time for my birthday. And so I told her about the last time that I was there in Vegas. It was during COVID for my birthday, and how sad I was that the Burger Bar was closed. And the other girl, the one who originally brought up the milkshake bar, goes, there's actually a place by Scottsdale Fashion Square that it's just like that. And so she tells me about it, and she tells me it's called like Buzzed Bowl something, you know, like Buzzed Bowl milkshakes or ice cream or something. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. And I was like, next time I have the nanny, I am going. Because so that was in 2020 that I went for my birthday and wasn't able to get the alcoholic milkshake that I wanted because Burger Bar was closed due to COVID. It was actually kind of fun to go to Vegas during COVID, but yeah, a lot of stuff was closed. So then I start typing it in, and I type in Buzzed, and I see Bull Creamery comes up, and then I see right with it is a place called Buzzed Goat Coffee. Same premise of alcoholic coffee. And here I am now, like, so excited. And so I ended up having to go back for a lid for Hobbs for his ice cream. And I went and I told them about the coffee place. And she was like, oh. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, same premise. If you like coffee, apparently there's another one to try. So there, right there, major synchronistic flow. Just all the little things. And as I look at this in front of me, the license plate, that is the 911, which is, I feel like this is the universe when they say, like, here I am helping you. Help is on the way, 911. Like, right there. They're just like, yeah, girl, I got you. And part of this was because I decided to delete social media off my phone for a little bit, Instagram and Facebook, take a little break. And I was like, well, how's the universe going to get me messages now, though? Because that's where they get me all my messages, because I spend so much time on there. Oh no, universe is like, no, girl, I got your back. You'll still get all your messages. It's okay if you need to take a little break from social media. So that right there is an example of the synchronistic flow. And I am here to pick up my daughter, and I cannot wait for Hobbs to show her this grabber. She is gonna be so excited. All right. I love you and hope you are having a fantastic day.